Hey, it's Anupam, and today I'm going to show you why everyone is talking about Blue Sky Social, the new platform that's giving X, formerly Twitter, a serious run for its money. If you're tired of X's constant algorithm changes and cluttered experience, you're going to love this. Blue Sky was actually created by Jack Dorsey, Twitter's co-founder, and it brings back everything we used to love about Twitter, but better. In this video, I'll walk you through everything: how to create an account, set up custom feeds, changing handle to your own domain, and a lot more. The best part, Blue Sky is completely free and gives you way more control over your feeds than what X does. Let's dive in and I'll show you exactly why people are making the switch. Now this is the website of Blue Sky Social. It's looking very clean compared to X. And on here, you can change the language. This is the Discover feed. And then you can also go to feeds and check out all the feeds that are available on Blue Sky Social. Now let's click on this blue button which says sign up, and on here you can create a new account. You can choose a hosting provider. It could be Blue Sky, or you can add your own custom server. This is where you want to host your data. Let's just go back to Blue Sky for this one. Enter your email, enter your password, and then choose your date of birth. This is not displayed anywhere on Blue Sky. It's just to verify your age. If you want to see the app in another language, you can change it from here. These are all the languages available currently in Blue Sky Social. And then once you're done here, click on next. Now choose your handle, user handle. When you type in your user handle, it's going to say your full handle will be @solvebase.bsky.social. This is because we choose to use the hosted data server from Bsky Social. It requires at least 3 characters and only contain letters, numbers, and hyphens. Now once done, click on next. Now you need to complete a small challenge. This is just seeing if you're a bot or not. Now you can put a profile picture, click here, or you can create an avatar instead. You can click on this button and you can choose an emoji. Like you can choose these and choose the color for it. Then click on done. And it's going to change the profile picture to this avatar. Now to go back to uploading your own photo, you can just click on this button again and change like this. Now once you're done, click on continue. Now it's going to ask you what are your interests. I'm going to choose a few of them and continue. Now you're good to go. Let's click on let's go. And it's going to finalize and take you over to the home page. Now on here, you're going to see the discover page where people are posting, and the following page where it will show the post of the people you're following. On the left, you're going to find a lot of these buttons. The first one is home. It's going to show the home page. The second one is search. You can search account from here. So you can see suggested accounts that Blue Sky Social has suggested for you. You can follow them, or you can discover new feeds. You can add them by clicking on this plus button, which is going to show up right here on the right. Now next is notifications. You're going to get a notification whenever someone replies to your comment, or you post a comment and it gets replies. You're going to get notifications here. The third one is chat. So you can start a new chat with someone. You can type in the name of the person that is on Blue Sky to chat with them or message them. For example, I search for Mark and I can select this first one. It's going to ask you to verify your email. Before you do anything on Blue Sky Social, it will ask you to verify your email. Let's send confirmation. Head over to your email and you're going to find this confirmation email with some codes. So let's copy this. Now go back to Blue Sky Social and on here just paste the code and confirm. Now it gives a thank you pop-up. You can close this. Now you can create a new post or chat with someone. So let's go back to chat and type in again. Now this is a chat window and you can start messaging someone. So I can say hi here. And that's it. Now on the top right, you're going to find these 3 dots. You can go to the profile, mute conversation, block account, report conversation, or leave the conversation. Let's go to the profile and here you can follow the person, chat with them. Now on the right of this, we got 3 dots. Click this and you'll have this drop down which share, add to list, mute account, block account, and report account. You can share this. It's going to give you a pop-up. It says profile is only visible to logged in users. If you share it with someone who is not logged in to Blue Sky Social, they will not be able to see this profile, but you can share it anyway. It's going to copy it to clipboard for you to share it with someone. Now next to chat, we have feeds. These are my feeds. You can discover new feeds, but these feeds, you can click on this and you can add them and it's going to show up over here on the right. Then you can search new feeds as well. And in this feed, you can go inside it and unpin it or remove from my feeds, report feed, and share feed. And you can also like this. The first one is discover. So it's going to show you the trending content from your personal network. This is same as when you go to homepage and you see the discover page, this one. Now on the top right, you can click on edit and you can make changes to your pinned feeds. You can unpin it from here as well. and you can move this up and down like this and save changes. Next we have lists. So these are user lists. We can create a new one from here. Change the list avatar, list name, let's say YTA. In the description we type in YouTube related and save. Now currently this feed is empty, and if you go to about section you will see the description and it says user list by you. Users, there's no users in it. You can add a new user on the right and you can search for new user and simply add them from the right, these buttons. And when you add them, it will show up in the users page, and in the post you're going to see all of their new posts in the post section, and then you can pin it to home, which is going to show on the right hand side. Now this was how to create a list. Now let's go to profile. This is your profile. In profile you will find it looks similar to how X Twitter used to look like. This is your profile picture, this is banner, this is your display name, your handle, and this icon next to your handle shows how long you have joined on Blue Sky Social. Now on the right you'll find edit profile. You can change your profile picture from here. You can remove the avatar, upload from files, remove avatar, and you can also change your profile banner by clicking this and upload from files. And now on here you don't have an option to crop it, but what you can do is this plus icon on your cursor, you can take it to somewhere on this image, left click and drag it like this, and now it has cropped that image. Now you can move this box around like this. Now let's say we want this to be a profile banner. Let's click on done, and it's going to set it as a profile banner. Now you can change the display name from here and the description. Once done, click on save changes, and there you go. Your profile picture, your display name, description, and your banner is set. Now down here we have post. It will show you what post you have done. This is where you need to click on to make a new post, and your replies. Your post, when they get replies, is going to show up over here, and if you make a comment and it gets replies, it's also going to show up over here. Then next we have media. When you make a post with a media file, it's going to show all those images that you have uploaded on Blue Sky Social on here. Next we have likes. It's going to record all the posts that you have liked on. Next we have feeds. This is one feed that I have created for this account. I'm going to show you how to create them, the custom feeds, after I've done the basic overview of Blue Sky Social. We can go inside this feed and we can see all the posts that are inside this feed, and you can pin it to home. It's going to be pinned on the right. You can remove it from my feeds, report the feed, or share the feed, like it and such. Now next to this we have starter packs. It says you haven't created a starter pack yet. You can ask Blue Sky Social to make one for you, or you can create a custom one. Now here it says invites with personal. So invite your friends to follow your favorite feeds and people. What do you want to call your starter pack? I'm just going to say this. Tell us a little more about this starter pack. So I'm just going to say yes, this, and next. Now you can add people to this starter pack. So let's say I add this, this, and continue. Now you can choose the feeds for the starter pack. So I selected these top 3 and finish. Now it gives us this, which says invite people to this starter pack. Share the starter pack to help people join your community on Blue Sky. You can share the QR code so they can join your starter pack, or you can copy the link from here. Now if you go back to our profile and we select starter pack, we see this. You can create another starter pack, but let's go inside it, and I can share it from here. And if you click on these 3 dots, you can edit it. Next to starter packs, we have lists. These are the lists that we just saw in the list section on the left. Let's click on settings next. Now in here, you can switch account. So I already have created these 2, and I'm currently on the first account, so I can switch from this. I can remove the account from here. And if you click on this, it's going to switch the account to other one. Let's switch back to the main account. You can add another account by clicking on this button. Then you can sign in or create an account. Let's check out account. You can change the email from here. This is your email. You can change it from here. You can change the birthday, your age from this edit button. You can change it from here and click on done. Now you can also change the password, request a code, and then if you already have a code, you can enter here and you can enter the new password, and it's going to be changed. Next we have handle. This is if you want to change the handle to something else. For example, I will type here my handle name and save it, and it's going to change it to this handle name. If I go to profile and I refresh this, it's going to change it from my domain to my handle name. Let's go to settings again. You can export your data from here, download the car file, which is going to include all public data records can be downloaded as the car file. This file does not include media embeds such as images or your private data, which must be fetched separately. Now you can deactivate your account or delete your account from here. Next, we have privacy and security. You can enable 2FA, which is two-factor authentication. You can choose your app passwords, which we are going to look at when we are going to set up a custom feed, and logged out visibility. Discourage apps showing my account to logged out users. You can check this or enable it or not. Next, we have moderation. These are all the moderation tools on Blue Sky Social. You can choose words that you do not want to show up, muted words and tags. You can add them from here, and you get the option to exclude users you follow. Now, let's say, for example, I type this forever, tags only, add it, and it's going to add it here in your muted words. Next is moderation list. You can add this. You can make a new list, which is for moderation. You can say spammers, users that repeatedly reply with ads. That way, save it, and you can add the users from here, which you feel are spamming. Next, we have muted accounts. This is going to show you all the users that you have muted. For example, if I go to homepage and I select the first profile, I click on this 3 dots and I can mute this account or block this account from here. I'm going to mute it, and it's going to say account muted. Now let's go to settings, moderation, muted accounts, and I'm going to see the account that I muted over here. There's blocked accounts, same thing. If you block an account, it will show up over here, and you can unmute them and unblock them, going to the profile again, and 3 dots, unmute the account. And when you block the account, it's going to blur the profile picture, remove the banner, and hide the post. Now inside content filters, you've got these two options. You can enable, disable it, show, warn, hide. Now in advanced, we have Blue Sky moderation service. You can go inside this. These are all the labels. You can hide and unhide in your moderation settings. This, I think, is like moderation account, which they have on Blue Sky Social. If you have a problem with another user, you can tag them, and it's going to show up in the post and replies. And then when you tag them, they're going to check out if the user you're complaining against is actually in the wrong or not. And if they find you are correct, they're going to reply to you. And I think this is what it does. I'm not sure because this is also new for me, so probably is what this does. Now in the settings, we're going to look at content and media next. This is manage save feeds, thread preferences. You can prioritize your followers, experimental show replies in threaded view, sort replies, and such. Next is follower feed preferences, external media, autoplay videos and GIFs. You can disable and enable it from here. Now next to the content and media, we have appearance. In appearance, you can change the color mode. So it's currently set to system, which is dark mode. I can change it to light, like this. And I'm sure you do not like light mode. I'm sure most people don't like light mode, so let's select dark. And dark theme, there is dark and dim. So dark completely makes it black. The dim option has a little blue in it, and in font you can change to system font or the theme. If you want to make the fonts larger, you can select the larger option or smaller option or make it default. Let's go back and select accessibility. This is all text, require all text before posting, display larger all text badges. You can select them from here. Autoplay options have been moved to content and media, this one. Next to this, we have languages. This is if you want to change the language of Blue Sky Social. If you want to change the app language, you can select this and the drop down appears. You can select any of these languages that are currently available. And below it, we have primary language. You can select your preferred language for translations in your feed. This does not auto-translate the post. So for example, I've selected Japanese. If I go to homepage and let's say we want to translate this, it's not going to auto-translate this post. What we can do is click on these 3 dots and you get all these options. On the top, you'll find translate. If we click this, it will take us to Google Translate, where it will add the text, original text, and it's going to translate it on the right into the selected language that you chose in the settings. This is Japanese. Now let's click on these 3 dots again. You can hide this post for yourself. You can mute the words and tags, mute thread, show less like this. So this type of post will not appear on your homepage. Or you can show more like this so that you will get more posts like this on your homepage. You can copy link to this post, or you can embed this post onto your WordPress website or any website. If you have an HTML website, you can embed this HTML code to your website. It's going to embed this post on there. You can send this via direct message to your friend or someone you know in the chat. Let's go back to settings, and in languages, there is a third option, which is content languages. This is currently set to English. If I disable this and I choose another language, for example, I make it Japanese and click on done. If I go to home page, I'm only going to see the post from the people who have chose Japanese as their language. For example, if I go to new post and I select the language from here to Japanese and I type something here, it's going to show up to the person who has selected the content language as Japanese, like this and this post. Next, there's help option. It will take you over to Zendesk where you can submit a request. Let's go back to Blue Sky Social settings, and the last one is about. This gives you all these about stuff like terms of service, privacy policy, status page, system log, etc. And you can sign out from Blue Sky Social by clicking on here. Now, just like X, which was called Twitter before, you can comment on a post, write a reply here, add emojis, GIF, video, and images, and you can retweet it. This button, which looks very similar to X, you can click on this, you can repost this or do a quote post. So let's click on repost. It's going to show one. We go to our profile, we will find in the post section that we have reposted this post to our profile. Let's undo repost and we can do a quote post. So when we are reposting, we can type something here and it's going to show up with the text like this. Now on the right, we have heart icon, which is if you want to like this post, you can click on this. It's going to have this small animation. Now next to this like button, we have 3 dots. You can click this and it's going to show you a pop-up where you have translate and all these other options. Now let's go to profile and remove this post from here so you can delete it, delete this post. And you can pin a post on your profile by clicking on these 3 dots and pin it to your profile. It's going to say pinned. It's going to pin the specific post on the top of your post section. And you can create a post by clicking on this blue button. You can write in something like hi. Change your post language, add emojis by clicking on this button, GIF, videos and images. This is your word count, how much this post can take in. So this is 282 limit. And if you want to create a thread, just click on this plus button and it's going to add another post. I can type in here and then click on plus again and type something else. Also, you can select this to see the post interaction settings, reply settings and such, save, and once done, you can post all. Now let's talk about how to set up a custom domain as your handle. So currently you can see that it is myname.bsky.social. We want to change it to myname.com as my handle on Bsky Social. So to do that, let's go to settings and go to accounts, handle. And on here, instead of using this new handle field, we're going to select this button which says I have my own domain. Enter the domain you want to use. In my case, I'm going to enter my own domain name. Down here, it says DNS panel. You have to enter these following DNS records to your domain settings. So to do that, most of the people are using Namecheap or GoDaddy or their domain provider. I'm currently using Namecheap. It hasn't given me any issues so far. Now you can go inside this, choose your domain, click on manage on the right hand side. And then inside here, click on this advanced DNS settings, and under the host records, you can click on add new, choose a TXT record. Now copy this host name and add it in the host section. Go back and copy the value and add it here in the value section. And then click on save changes. Now once you're done, because I've already made the changes on my Cloudflare account in DNS records, in DNS management for this domain, I've got this added already here. That is why I can go back here in the change handle pop-up and click on the verify DNS records. And it's going to say domain verified. And I can update the handle to my domain name. Now let's go back to the profile and it shows up my domain name as the handle URL. Now let's talk about how to make custom feed for your account on Blue Sky Social. In order to do this, you need to use these 2 tools. The first one is Blue Sky Feed Creator. The second one is Sky Feed. The skyfeed.app is an older one and it requires you to make an app password. So you can click on this and it's going to take you over to the app password page on Blue Sky. And on the app passwords, you can click on this add app password button and it will give you this pop-up where you can enter a unique name. For example, I'm going to enter this and you can press on allow access to your direct messages and click on next. Now it's going to give you this app password and save it somewhere because you're not going to get it again. Let's go to Skyfeed. Make sure to select the username that you have on Blue Sky Social. In my case, I have my domain name set as the username. And for the app password, I'm going to paste it here by Ctrl and V, and then click on this green button which says continue. And it's going to log in, and you will see this page. Now on the left hand side, you can see my feeds, and there is one button called Feed Builder. Click on this. Now because I've already created a feed using SkyFeed app, it shows up over here, and it shows the feed preview on the right. You can select this. It's going to give you a drop down, and you can create a new feed by clicking here. It also gives you this link to the published feed. Now down here we have Visual Editor. So you can change the name of this feed, and under the feed name we have add block. So you can add block, so you can include input, remove, regex, replace, sort, and such. Now here I have put in an input block which takes in tags and checks the posts which are 7 days old. Now in the tags I've entered in YouTube. It's only going to check those posts which have tags as YouTube. Now below this we have remove if item. You can click on this and you can select any of these. You can say language. I've selected item, and is post not a reply. So this basically means that it's going to remove from the feed if there's an item that it detected is a post and not a reply. And under it we have sort by. So you can click on this and select this. So creation date and ascending and descending. It's going to give you this feed on the right, and you can update the feed from this button. And your update feed is going to give you this, where you can upload the avatar image and the description and the license. I found that if I select no license, it does not update. So I'm just going to select this middle one and publish. If you do not want to show it on your profile page, you can unpublish the feed from here. Let's publish this. Now the second option to make a custom feed is using Bluesky Feed Creator. According to users on Reddit, I found that they prefer using Bluesky Feed Creator more than SkyFeed, as that app is a little buggy compared to Bluesky Feed Creator. It loads much faster and has all these features. Now because I've already signed up on it, I'm going to click on login, and when you log in, it's going to look like this. They have an option to subscribe to a paid plan, but they have a free plan which works perfectly. So in my feeds, you can add a new feed, and you have to add a new account. Let's click on this. And when you click on continue to Bluesky, it's going to take you over to the Bluesky's own login page to connect your account. And they say they do not see or store your Bluesky password, so that's a sign of relief. On here, I've already put the account username. Now under the session, you have this, remember this account on this device. Let's click this and next. Now, because I forgot my password, I'm going to go here, log out, and then in sign in, I'm going to right click here, and on the right in the inspect panel, I will click on this type and change it to text. Now I can see my password, and I will take it over to this sign in page and paste it here. If you still have problems trying to log in, you can go back, and then you can try coming back to this page where it says login. When you enter your password again, it's going to say authorize next, and it's going to ask you for the permissions to access your account. Let's click on accept for this one. It's going to redirect us to this page where we can test connection to Bluesky. It says the Bluesky connection for this domain is active. On the left, we have my feeds, tools and settings. Let's go to my feeds and set up a feed. For the feed path, I'm going to select something. For the feed path, I'm going to select something. For example, I typed in YouTube YTA. And for public information, you can select an avatar for this. I can type in the title, the text for the description, and the public description page. Now for the capturing post, say search for terms or tags in post. So we're going to type in cat and comma dogs, cats dogs, and maybe you can type in YouTube as well to test it out. Terms are not case sensitive, and term can be a hashtag, so you can type in a hashtag as well. You can also include an asterisk sign for a wildcard search. Now under it, you can exclude terms, tags, or labels in post. You can type it here, and the post languages, you can select them. All these you can read, and once done, you can click on save button. Now if you scroll down, you can still make changes to this. But now we have more information. For example, you can save this, save and publish this. Under it, we have feed views, post captures, and average response time. And under this, we have recent posts. All the available recent posts with those tags will be available in this. And you can insert a post manually as well. Visible in Bluesky. This is all showing in Japanese because I've selected Japanese. That's why you can select English, and it's going to show all the posts in English. And these will be the ones which will require approval. If you want, you can approve this post and it's going to be on your feed, or you can deny this post or block user. Listen for new posts from here, or I can disable this. Now on the bottom you see your feed will keep the most recent 100 posts. You can apply to increase this limit. This I think is going to take you over to the subscribe page. Now this says that you can apply for an increased feed limit. This I think is going to take you to subscribe page. Like it says here, you are on the free trial plan. And so your feed is limited to the maximum of 100 posts. You can visit the subscribe page if you would like to unblock this. They have these plans here, which is very inexpensive. So you can switch to standard and you have got all these features under it. Now let's click on save and publish. You can unpublish this feed or delete it permanently by clicking this button. Now let's refresh our profile page on Blue Sky Social, and on here let's click on this feeds button, and you will see that the CADS feed is now active on your profile on the feed section. And you can add this to your favorite feeds, which will show up on the right. And then you can also disable this by clicking here, and it will remove from your feeds. Click on the remove button.
Now the one thing I forgot to show while I was recording was how to find your ex-friends on Blue Sky. Now in order to do this, you need this plugin from Chrome Web Store, which is Sky Follower Bridge. Add it to your Chrome. I already have added it, and it will show up over here on your Chrome extensions tab. Click on it and it's going to give you this pop-up which says Sky Follower Bridge, and under it you need to add your handle or email. And like I did before, I added my handle as my domain name, and below it we have password. This is the app password they need. So let's go to the app password section of Blue Sky, and on here I've already created 2 of them. And if you want to create a new app password, just click on this button. It's going to give you this pop-up. It doesn't matter what you write, just type in something. Now in add app password, you can type in something. It doesn't matter what it is, just make a simple one. And it's going to give you this next, which says here is your app password. Copy this and save it somewhere safe, because you're not going to get this again. Then you click on done. Now head over to your X app and go to profile on the left hand side. Now you can go into followings list or followers list. To show this, I'm on the following list, but it can be any list on X with a set of users. I will press Alt and B on my keyboard to get this pop-up again. Now under the Sky Follower Bridge, I have handle, which I've already put in. And in the password, I copied and pasted the password I got from app password. Now click on find Blue Sky users. And it's going to start finding the Blue Sky users on X. Now it has detected 13 users. Let's stop the scanning and view the results and see what it has found. Now it's going to take you over to this page where you'll find all the users there currently are, which it has detected. And you can go back and resume scanning. And if you go back here, you'll find that it will start scanning it again in real time. Now on here, you can follow them one by one by clicking on these buttons on the right. Or if you want to follow all of them, on the left, you will have this action. Below it, you will see this. Follow all. It's going to follow all of these users on your Blue Sky account. Now most of them I'm seeing they are correct users because I can see the profile pictures, but if you do not see some of the profile pictures, it may be incorrect. As they say themselves, user detection is not perfect and may include false positives. You need to make sure when you're following them.
And that's it. This is how to use Blue Sky Social step by step. They currently have an app on Android and iPhone that you can use on the go. Now that you have seen how clean and user-friendly Blue Sky is, what do you think? Could this be your new social media home? Drop a comment below and let me know if you're planning to make a switch. If you found this video helpful, you'll definitely want to check out my video on the right, where I show you an AI tool that builds websites in just a few clicks. Trust me, these tools together are game changer. Imagine someone going to your handle's URL from Blue Sky and they end up purchasing your products on your store. Cool, isn't it? So see you in that video.